The next 8 weeks, I need to drop around about 6 kilos. I am 91 kg on the dot this morning. I need to drop about 6 kg. So how am I actually going to do it? The first protocol is not eating like a child. Not eating like I've got that ARFID where like I can't even eat a banana without like choking. I'm going to eat normal food like a normal human being. But I'm also going to do it by sometimes choosing convenience, because we're also human beings and not every single ever situation is going to be perfect. It's Saturday morning, as you can tell from outside. It's nice and early, it's 7 a.m. and it is absolutely chucking it down outside. Today I've got to go and train. So first things first, or second things second, let's get ourselves to the gym. Full body, let's get it. And there we go, gym completo. It's past, that took me about 45 minutes and I just did a little bit of a quick walk on the treadmill, just get a few steps in while I was waiting for Lidl to open, which is directly across the road. So that's open now. I'm going to nip in there and get the rest of the food for the day, but the first thing I'm going to talk through now is my actual gym session. So I said exercise, no I think I said the letter A, no, I know it's a number A, I got it right anyway. First exercise was front foot elevated split squat. Let's see if it's more of a lunge, to be quite honest with you. 3 lots of 5 at 18 kg, 32 and 32. In the sort of training phase that I'm at now, a lot of what I'm doing is trying to work out whereabouts I am from a strength perspective. So a lot of the time I found I've been my first choice for the weight. I've been going a little bit too low, so you'll see quite a big jump from set 1 to the subsequent sets, so set 2 and 3. So yeah, I got 3x5 at 18, 32, 32. Romanian deadlift, the dumbbell version, I got 10 5-5 for 30 and then 2 lots of 42. Third exercise, a dumbbell bench press superset with a pull-up. Dumbbell bench press, I got 855 for 30, 30 and 30. Felt relatively alright, to be fair. I'll bump that up next week. I don't want to push too much, as this being like my first week back of training. Superset with pull-up, so with 14 kg added weight, 3 lots of 5. Back extension, 3 lots of 10, 20, 25 and 30. The 30 felt more appropriate in terms of a weight perspective, and then just some calf raises to finish. Done. That is the gym session done. Yeah, I felt absolutely sweet, to be fair. Yeah, it was a long 3 weeks without training, to be quite honest with you, and something that I really struggle with is that. I think I've spoke about it a little bit in the past, but like my level of concentration, my level of sort of the way that my brain tends to operate now, I've been told from a health professional that I need to get tested for ADHD, because they're like, you absolutely stink. Well, she didn't say you stink of it, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it, because I'm not really sure what's the point, but I'll deal with that another time. Anyway, the way that I find that I can operate on a day-to-day basis is through training and through relatively intense exercise. That I found that if I get up really in the morning and I do something that is it's hard and like working at an intense intensity, as it were, it helps me just for the rest of the day, and I can concentrate and I can do the tasks that I know that I need to do from my business, for like social media, marketing, service delivery, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, right, we're nipping Lidl. Do you want anything? I've been doing this thing recently where I like to play games myself. You know, if I'm making a brew, I'll throw the thing in. What I started doing now, I started pressing this and going, getting a cup and then coming back and trying to beat it. I've timed it down to an absolute art. Showered, ready to rock and roll. I might have messed up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I said that I'm gonna record everything that I eat, consume today. I've already failed at the first hurdle. I thought of a workaround. Right. Just pretend that I'm drinking that. I had that on the way home from Lidl and the gym, just to get a little bit of something in the old body. I always try and opt for something that's a little bit higher in protein for my first meal, just for an ease of getting. I find that protein is the hardest target out of the 3 macronutrients to it. So trying to get as much of that out of the way as early as possible in the morning makes a lot of sense for the way that the way that I operate. Some people are a little bit different. Some people like loading it towards the back end of the day.
I've always been a massive fan of just getting the vast majority out of the way nice and early. Because I want to tell you another little secret. I cannot stand like whey protein. I used to not mind it, but I don't know if my taste buds have changed as I've got, more mature, more older. But I cannot stand the taste of like protein. It's absolutely banging. That the clear one, they're alright, but then I'm not made the money. I'm not spending about 40 quid on like 8 servings or whatever it is. Not doing that. So pretend that I've just not like that, you dirty mate. Pretend that I've just drank it, and then we'll get on with it.
Right, anyway, I'm going to put you onto an actual egg hack here. Now, typically, what I like to do when I'm cooking an egg, I'm partial to a fried egg. Now, the problem with that is, when you put it on, say I put that in there to fry, and it goes a bit on the top, but it's a bit liquidy still. It's what you don't want. That's the last thing that we want. We want a liquidy egg. That's a belter. The key here is, let me crack these in, just because I can't really talk at the same time, if I'm being honest. I can't single task, let alone multitask. I've nearly just snapped that egg. Right, I'll do. That'll ding dang do. Alright, quick wash my hands. Ew, got a fucking egg everywhere. Right, the key here, what we want to steam the egg. Because the problem is, like, where it's all liquidy on top, if you just leave it like that, and you want to keep the yolk, believe me, I know what I'm talking about. The key here, bang, pop that on like that. What that's going to do is, that's going to steam your egg, and then we're absolutely on for a winner. Bit of sea salt. Bit of sea salt on there. I'll do. I don't mind my salt. You don't want to be afraid of it, especially if you're doing plenty of running. Where we're training and we're losing, and we're not wasting our money on electrolytes. I'll tell you that for free. Bang a bit of your pepper on. As you can tell, I don't mind a bit of pepper. Bang that down to about a 3 on my absolute snide uni fucking looking thing. Bang that on there, quick little. Right, I'll come back to you when that's done. And there we go. Meal number 1 is served. 3 eggs, bagel, a little bit of soft cheese, and then some bagel seasoning on it. That's going to get yammed, and then we're back on for, Jimmy, and then back on for another couple of hours of work. Before the early kick-off at 12:30, whoever's playing, I'll be sat down watching that and take a bit of a break, and then crack back on with the rest of the work. So my next meal is probably going to be close to 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish, or I'm just going to get a little bit hungry. I'll probably have a little bit of fruit, but I'll make sure I record it this time. Hello, ladies. What I had to say like that? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a lot longer hair, I think, since the last time. Funnily enough, it tends to grow, doesn't it? But I just thought about, but we're going to go back from Australia, to be fair. I thought, my hair's been short for quite a while, and I think people thought that was out of necessity. Like, I was almost bald by necessity, but it was a choice. I chose to be bald. So yeah, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to grow my hair out. I think it looks alright, to be fair. I don't even know what the point of what I'm speaking about. Oh yeah, next meal is going to be some yogurt, some almonds, and some honey. Just honey. I feel like my eyes are going square. My granddad used to say that if I was sat on my Xbox for too long, he'd go, "Okay, you come in and go like that. Your eyes looking square, mate." Shut up. What a man. Yeah. What else did he used to do? He used to think that SpongeBob was, as in SpongeBob SquarePants, was a piece of yellow cheese. Fucking madman. He was absolutely sick. Right. Anyway, let's get back to work. I said there was an 12:30 kickoff game, but there's not even one on. So I've got another 2 hours of work until the football starts. So it is what it is. I probably love like watching other people cook while I'm eating. It's absolutely, I don't know why it makes my food taste nicer. Anyway, we've got some yogurt, half tub of Greek yogurt, almonds, strawberries, and some honey, and that's going to get absolutely nailed. The time's 10 to 3. Well, the walk's been postponed. It's absolutely belting it down, and as I've mentioned before, my dog does not walk outside, especially in the rain, so that's been put on hold. So it looks like we're back to the grindstone then, back to work. Never mind, we'll try again later. By the way, this like fleece thing is the comfiest thing I've ever worn in my entire life. I got it about 2 weeks ago, and I genuinely think I've worn it every day since. I'm not scared to put it in the wash. We have lift off. Can you see it? I'm going to assume that you can see it. What a scran. Zoom out. I realised, so I bought 10 sausages because I was going to have 5 tomorrow. Then I realised I've already got everything sorted for tomorrow, so I'm having 10, 10 sausages. Which obviously, objectively, is a lot of food. We agree on that. But I'm also starving, and it'll also take me pretty much exactly to what my calories for the day anyway, so it's all fine. Right, we're slowing down now. I've done 6,500 steps, so I'm going to eat this, and then we'll go finish that off. And I should time it right. About 2 hours till City kicks off, so... Do you know what I mean? It's almost like I plan to have my meals at this time. What are you doing over there? Right, yeah, you don't need to watch me eat. In a bit. I just thought, should we tell you what's actually in it? That's the whole purpose of the video, isn't it? Right, 1 second. Right, we've got chicken sausages, a full like little microwave pot of mash that got nailed, chicken sausages, gravy, rosemary. Not a single vegetable, unfortunately. I just realised I'm not really eating any veg today, have I? Or have I? I've eaten fruit. Have I? No, I've not. Yeah, today's not my best day in terms of thingy, but this is what a normal day looks like. I'm not having these people who like act like they eat perfectly every single day. Sometimes you just gotta make do, aren't you? And think, do you know what? I really fancy sausage and mash. I'm eating sausage and mash, so deal with it. It doesn't matter. As long as the vast majority of the time you're eating whole foods, it's fine. Bit of seasoning. I've put worse things in my body than a few additives, so it's fine, innit? Right, I'm gonna eat this. Yo, let's do the maths. I've just come back from a walk. Steps are all done. I'm still digesting my food. I kept on burping while I was walking around. Let's go through the day. Let's tot up. Let's do the maths. Protein shake this morning, 35 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 17 grams of carbs. Then we had the 4 eggs on the bagel, 39 grams of protein, 23 grams of fat, and 45 grams of carbohydrates. What did we have next? We had the Greek yogurt, honey, and some almonds, which is 39 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, and 62 grams of carbs. And then coming in for the big 929 calories was what I had for my tea, which was a large meal, to be fair. Quite a large meal. 66 grams of protein, 25 grams of fat, and 108 grams of carbs, which will pretty much see me through until tomorrow morning now. And there we go. That's a full day of eating. Everything I'm eating to get shredded and drop around about 6 kilos of body weight over the next 8 to 10 weeks. There we go. Simple as that. Video done. Capiche. Right. See you later in a bit. I'm going watching the footy. Hopefully we don't get beat.